Good point.
Yeah, I want my phone to fly, man. Put on airplane mode. Airplane mode.
That's when it has like cycle mode. You can split it in half and be on a white cycle from Tron.
Oh god. Not Tron, man.
I like Tron.
I like Tron.
Still haven't seen the original. Heard of the remake now.
Watch the original.
Yeah, I
I
know,
think
I
they're
know.
both alright.
But yeah,
Okay, maybe.
but it is nice. Like most nostalgic things, if you go back and watch the original material, like when you watch new stuff, it's like a reference there.
Okay.
Nothing you see.
No fan music. No. Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Shoebox episode 8. With me this time, I've got Josh
Hello.
and Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it right this
Well done.
time.
Well done, guys. Yes, of course I got it right. Just like I'm going to get the topic right. It's going to be Donut No Way. Star Wars.
Post Force Awakens.
Yes, but I will say now, heavy spoilers. Very, very, very heavy spoilers.
You've got until the count of 3 to get off this. Go watch the film, then come back.
Ah, screw the count of 3, you got till now. Alright guys, so Star Wars. You guys seen it? I have not. What were the best points of the film?
You want to start, man?
I'll start with this one. I think some of the best points of the film, just to start with, is the new characters coming in. It's like you got a stormtrooper that's kind of like redeeming himself and running the fuck away from the First Order because he gets scared.
So, a stormtrooper who deviates from the norm.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'd praise the film in general, is they make the stormtroopers, instead of literal, like, you know, stormtroopers are like the paper boys of generic villains. Like, they're bad guys. They're
like drones. They're like, you never really get to see.
Now you hear why they are the way they are, which is they're pretty much kidnapped from birth and raised into this order. Kind of like it kind of parallels history books with Hitler's children, how he indoctrinated them and then
like the Hitler Youth.
Yeah, Hitler Youth. That's it.
Yeah, because they used to like in Hitler Youth they used to take kids on holiday. Obviously, they go praise the Führer.
It becomes literally all they believe in, which is what the stormtroopers are. And one of them breaks off and becomes one of the main characters, and he was fucking brilliant. Yeah,
John Boyega's performance, brilliant.
Yeah, only other performance in this film that topped his are definitely BB-8. No, it was Ray's. Oh god, Ray stole the show, fucking brilliant.
Ray's, in case you don't know, don't watch the bloody film. Ray's our main lead for probably this trilogy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Jedi. Oh. Soon to be Jedi.
Yeah, she was a brilliant actor. Like, couldn't have picked anyone a better role.
To be honest, I actually like Kylo Ren as well.
Oh no, because he was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren was actually a really, you could see it through his acting, a really tragic character.
He's really quite complex, and the fact that he's kind of like going, I want to be Vader, but not quite Vader. I want to be bad, but I've still got that.
He's the reverse of Luke Skywalker, who Luke was on the light side, who being tempted by the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Kylo Ren, dark side, tempted by the light, which I think is a good role reversal, because that means you instantly identify. You go, it's kind of like the Luke complex, just switched around. Yeah,
but here's the thing as well. But when he has his tantrums, that's brilliant.
Yeah, because the whole thing about the dark side is giving into your emotions, so he full on gives into his emotions.
Oh, that bit would be when the stormtroopers come down the hall, he's having his tantrum, and they're like, nah, mate, turn around and walk away.
Another thing I got a proper film for, and negatively profit for at the same time, which is kind of a double-edged sword, is the practical effects in this film. Fucking brilliant. Fucking so good. I haven't seen a film with this much practical effects in such a long time. It's good. It's so good to see practical effects again utilised to its fullest. Like, everything's beautiful. This world felt alive for once. But the characters that were CGI were really obviously CGI compared to all the practical
Yeah,
effects. Which
I
was the
felt
only negative
sometimes
part.
it took you out of it a bit. So like Mars I can give a pass to because she seems like quite a complex character to puppeteer. But
Yeah.
when it comes to Emperor Snoke, Supreme Leader Snoke, you could have done that with prosthetics. There was no real big aching reason why it had to be CG or motion capture.
Yeah, definitely. Especially at the reveal that he's this massive guy, and then he's revealed he's a hologram. So is he small? Is he that size? Is he normal size? No one knows. But
What if he's Yoda size?
well, yeah, there is always that possibility. But at the same time, I reckon he is Darth Plagueis.
Yeah,
Mentioned in the thing.
Like almost legit because it would make sense in the lore
It
as well.
makes so much sense within the lore because Darth Plagueis, as we're told through Emperor Palpatine, or should I say at the time Chancellor Palpatine, that the tragic tale of Darth Plagueis, where he could cheat death using the dark side and bring his loved ones back to life. However, he was eventually murdered by his apprentice, and obviously we find out that his apprentice is Chancellor Palpatine, who becomes Darth Sidious in the originals. So if he's back, if he's actually managed to cheat death for himself, because he's actually fucking really wounded in the film, as you can see for his thing, his face is all fucked up. But yeah. Also, you know, they in the expanded lore, which some of them they've retconned, some of them they haven't. Darth Plagueis had a staff that looked exactly like the one that Rey was carrying throughout the film. So it's like,
oh, did you notice in like Force flashback scene that some of the other guys also had a staff like that?
Yeah, like the Knights of Ren when they were slaughtering all the other Jedi. And Luke
but even the Jedi that he like stabs in the chest, he has a staff like that as well. So it makes me kind of think maybe they had that instead of lightsabers.
Yeah, maybe those were training sticks and stuff like that, which is really interesting. Here's another bit of insight that I bet most of you don't actually know. But when I've seen this film twice. I saw it on the midnight release, and I saw it yesterday actually with the family. Now we accidentally got in the wrong one. We went to a screening where it had the subtitles in. Bit annoying at first, but then it actually helped out because during the scene where she finds the lightsaber and touches it, it has subtitles of all the whispers that you're saying. You can't make them out without the subtitles, but the subtitles clearly said. I saw it. I should have taken a picture. Clearly say Yoda and Obi-Wan. Yoda and Obi-Wan were talking to her during that scene. Obi-Wan says, "You've just made your first step." And Yoda's saying, "Do not fall to the dark side," and stuff like that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a nice little Easter egg.
That is a really nice Easter egg.
When you think about it as well, because
Yoda and Obi-Wan could probably still communicate.
There wouldn't be Force ghosts, I don't think, because like in the expanded lore, you have obviously Obi-Wan, and eventually he does go. It turns into like he's talking to Luke, but you can't hear before him as a Force ghost anymore.
I was going to say, do you know the one who taught Yoda to become a Force ghost? Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, Qui-Gon.
Yeah, Qui-Gon was the one that taught him how to become a Force ghost. If you watch season 6 of Clone Wars, which I finally have, yeah. Well, what other good points are there? Cinematography. Cinematography's brilliant. Yeah.
But all right. So what would you say about the old actors versus the new in the film?
Well, I really enjoyed the old actors being in it. It's obvious that they've aged, but it didn't feel like they've aged through the way they're acting.
Really, when you think about it, the only real human character you get to stay with for quite a while during the film is Harrison Ford on Solo, because Leia's in it, but she's in it like quite choppily, if you get me.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as he comes in, he's quite consistent throughout. So as soon as Han Solo comes in with Chewie, he's quite consistent throughout.
He's Han Solo throughout the whole thing. You don't feel like, this is Harrison Ford or anything.
But like the comedy that was bouncing off all of them was quite fucking funny.
There was one joke that I felt was actually quite forced and I actually didn't like, which was the one where Han Solo was constantly questioning like what blaster he was using and how effective it was, because he kept on taking Chewie's and going, "No, do you really like this?" I felt that was forced.
I think, like, to be honest, I think if they left the second part of that joking, because they kind of done it when they're on the big old freighter.
Yeah.
They just stuck with him picking it up off of Chewie the second time round. I think that would have been fine. Because that second time round was quite funny, because it's like, "I like this. Can I use that for a second?"
Yeah.
Blast the shit out of some stormtroopers.
Yeah, but I didn't like that because I don't know. It felt forced, and lore-wise, he's been with Chewie the whole time and he hasn't used his blaster.
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean on that one.
Yeah.
What was it? Whenever he's talking to Finn, it was fucking funny. It's like, Mr. Solo, call me Solo?
You just call me Solo.
It's like, Han, sorry.
Yeah.
Or like the bit where he turns around, it's like, we'll always find out.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Another point. Did you spot all the flags when they were walking into Mars Kanata's?
Yeah, you've got all
You got-
sorts from
Oh, and you got the
everywhere,
You got
really.
the Mandalorian flag.
Your Mandalorian flag,
You got the flags at the pod racing.
Cross racing.
I love that bit.
Right. So what? So from all this, from what you've watched, what do you think the next one's going to be like?
I reckon the next one's going to be more kind of like, because you get the last shot of like Rey finally meeting Luke Skywalker and giving back his lightsaber, sort of thing. It's a bit of a toss up because it can either go one or two ways with a training sort of way. You can be reluctant to train her in the first place because of what's happened, or he could train her just to take out Kylo Ren.
You can go multiple directions. I'm actually not going to theorise because most of the theorising I did for The Force Awakens turned out to be true and it kind of spoiled it for myself, which I'm quite annoyed at. Talk about spoilers. If you've read the comics, you can see the twist coming from a fucking mile away and it pissed me right off. Don't even get me started on that shit.
Yeah, but think about it this way, like they've kind of retconned most of the comics now anyway, but here's the thing, they also have to introduce a new audience. So like, a new audience of kids.
I know, but that's ignoring your main fan base, which is the ones that have been loyal the whole time, and adjusting to the larger audience, which I don't appreciate. Because Star Wars has always been that thing where it's like, hey, we like everyone's treated equally.
Well, you say loyal the whole time. I mean, what about the prequels?
Well, that was George Lucas being George Lucas going, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to make all these films by myself. I'm going to be Quentin Tarantino. I'm going to write and direct. I'm so good.
I'm going to do it one-handed while the other hand's doing something else. Ooh, what's this left hand? Oh, I like what you're doing.
To be honest,
I really liked my Star Wars Christmas special. I think I should do the prequels.
It's got to have more Wookiees in it. Everyone's got to have more Wookiees.
Everyone loves
The
Wookiees.
stupid thing about that as well is that you should have had like Lawrence Kasdan with him, who wrote Empire and Return. You know.
Yeah, because George Lucas didn't direct Empire Strikes Back. It was who directed Empire Strikes Back?
I used to know this question. A very famous director, and I can't think of it.
Because
right
that's my favourite one, and it's the one with the least amount of George Lucas in it. Yeah. Should we move on to the bad bits? The bits we didn't like?
No, because what I say is let the audience find out.
Yeah.
Let them in the microphone or out there in the screen world, wherever you are.
So you're only hearing our good opinions.
You're hearing about mainly good. Well, you did say some bad things, but yeah. So if anything, if these spoilers haven't spoiled it enough for you, or you've already seen it, I mean, see it again. Might as well. Even though I haven't.
Just give Disney more money because they ain't got enough already. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, mate, you're already injecting more money into it anyway from
I know.
Right, guys. So overall, good or bad film?
It was alright.
Very good film. Has got some noticeable flaws. I just wish next one they do a completely original idea.
Agreed.
With what they've got already built up, which I think this first one was more like a greatest hits. The next one's going to be the new material.
So do you know who's directing the next one?
I believe it's the same guy who just directed Jurassic World.
Alright, if you're listening, mate.
Don't put another fucking Jurassic World and be a dick. Don't do that. Jurassic World sucks cock.
Be original.
Be fucking original, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't like Jurassic World.
Strong words.
I haven't seen Jurassic World, so
I haven't seen it.
But here's the thing: he's gonna have like loads of people around him going, "Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this."
Yeah.
Then again, he's got to listen to what he wants to do anyway.
Yeah, but he has to listen to Disney, otherwise Disney will kill the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
The mouse will drag him into a back alley and beat the shit out of him otherwise.
Right, let's not diss Disney too much. They have a lot of corporate power. So no, we're ending it here. Fuck, no, I'm not getting in trouble there. Right, so from me, Josh, and Lewis,
Catch you next time.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye.
Remember, people die when they are killed.
Is the Force with you? with you. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. See you later, everybody.
Strong with the Force is one.
Don't do that voice, Josh. Just don't. Nah.